Joshi now joins us. He's our Mumbai Bureau Chief. Sahil, you're the one person who knows the inside out of every political party in Maharashtra, every political neta in Maharashtra, the dynamics within themselves, the power play as well. How do you put this into perspective when there is a Sanjay Raut who's overconfident that this is going to work out and Eknath Shinde is going to come back into their fold? How do you think this is going to play out? Because he seems to be very, very confident of this.
Well, right now, everything finally comes down to the number. When it comes to the government formation, the rebellion matters only when you are able to topple the government. And the BJP is trying desperately to topple this government, which can be clearly seen in this. Now, where this all started, it all started with the Rajya Sabha elections, which happened last week on 10th of last week on 10th of June. On that day, the BJP first gave this test of cross-voting to the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi when almost 10 MLAs who were earlier supporting MVA government cross-voted to the BJP candidate, and BJP could manage to get its third Rajya Sabha candidate elected. Now, what happened in yesterday's MLC election, that is Legislative Council elections, in which the MLAs vote for the MLC. In that election, BJP managed to get 21 more votes than its original tally. And in those 21 votes, 12 votes are from Shiv Sena and its supported allies. So that is where now it all triggered. Eknath Shinde, who is another power center within Shiv Sena, who aspired to become the chief minister, of course, because he was elected as a CLP leader. But when the MVA experiment happened, that time Uddhav Thackeray's name was unanimously decided by not only Shiv Sena but also the Congress and NCP. Eknath Shinde felt a little bit left out, and since then there have been a lot of stories going around that Eknath Shinde is not happy the way he's being treated in the party, and this was bound to happen. That's what the party insiders say all the time. But when the MLC elections happened and the 12 MLAs cross-voted to the BJP, after that it was very clear for Eknath Shinde that it's now or never. And that is the reason why it looks like that not only Eknath Shinde, along with him, 4 other ministers from Shiv Sena, and what Eknath Shinde claims is that almost 20 MLAs along with him have shifted their base to Surat, the BJP bastion, of course, and they will be speaking to the media at 2 o'clock. Right now they are claiming that this is only a rebellion against the Shiv Sena. There is no question of joining BJP, but what the route can be seen very clearly, that this is Operation Lotus in full-fledged working.
Sahil, again, Sahil, and you're absolutely right. In case they're saying this is just a pure rebellion against the Shiv Sena, they have no plans to join the BJP, and when one is already aware that Eknath Shinde is harboring the ambitions of becoming the chief minister, then he has to take the BJP route in case BJP is indeed poaching them and Operation Kamla is going on, although the BJP leaders are denying this.
Well, Chaiti, it doesn't look like that even if he rebels against Shiv Sena, he's not going to get a chance to become the chief minister, because of course the BJP will harp this opportunity to have their own government supported by the MLAs who have deserted Shiv Sena at this point of time. And now more importantly, the numbers which the BJP needs, their original strength is of 106 6 MLAs, supported by 4 independent MLAs and 3 smaller parties, which comes down to 113. That means to get to the magic number of 145 in Maharashtra, BJP still needs almost 32 MLAs, and that is the number which I think yet the BJP has not got. And that is the reason why what Eknath Shinde's rebellion will lead to is something which is under question mark. Now the MVA government, right now we can claim that it is existing with a thin majority, because they have the support of almost 151 to 153 MLAs. They will need to take support from parties like All India, MIM, Oasis Party, the Samajwadi Party, and some smaller groups as well.
Yes.
But that will be a really thin majority. At this point of time, to get the magic number of 32 or to get down the strength of Maharashtra Assembly, it's something what BJP is looking at. If the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde doesn't get required numbers, then the rebellious Shiv Sena MLAs will have to resign and get themselves re-elected to the assembly, and that is going to be really challenging for Eknath Shinde as well. So the game what BJP is trying to play at this point of time is wait and watch. Devendra Fadnavis right now is in Delhi. He will be speaking to the top leaders of BJP to plan the next strategy. Eknath Shinde is going to speak to media at 2 o'clock to clarify what exactly he is up to. But it clearly looks like that he being in Surat clearly shows that what he is inclined to do at this point of time. Sharad Pawar is in Delhi and he is having a meeting with the opposition leaders for the presidential polls, but now it looks like that he will have to fly back to Bombay and then he is going to have a meeting with Uddhav Thackeray as well in the evening. But now the political activity is going to be in full swing in Maharashtra. Right now, MVA government is surviving on the thin majority. We'll have to wait and see what the role...
Thin majority and the MVA government, I would add it further, is right now working on eggshells. You know, from what you mentioned and how you put into perspective, it is very clear the Mahavikas Aghadi government is on thin ice, walking on eggshells. You can call it a tightrope whatsoever. But all eyes are now going to be on what Eknath Shinde says. That press conference is going to be a crucial one, and Sharad Pawar coming into Maharashtra, another crucial one. Devendra Fadnavis going to Delhi, another crucial one. Everything for now is a wait and watch on a suspended animation, but twists and turns happening too soon in this story, and our continuous coverage continues. India Today should be your destination for every news break that we're breaking first as far as this crisis is concerned in Maharashtra politics.